Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Satideh Mawnin Runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m., it's Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Mawnin Runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive. Voices with Lady D just hit 1,000 subscribers. From Bronx banter to Jamaican flavor, we've reached a sweet milestone: 1,000 amazing supporters. If you've ever smiled, nodded, or said yes while watching, now's the time to click that subscribe button and stay locked in. More laughs, more real talk, more unforgettable moments. Let's keep the vibes flowing. Subscribe now and bring a friend. Woohoo, family, listen up. Valentine's Day are come, and Satideh Mawnin Runnings, where culture meets conversation, is turning up the love in a big way. This Saturday, February 14 at 10 a.m., we're celebrating love in all its forms. Not just couples, everybody. Family love, friend love, community love, self-love, and the powerful, unstoppable love of God that keeps we grounded. Because hear me now, love is not just romance. Love is the village. Love is support. Love is kindness. Love is you showing up for somebody else. So tune in, log on, and bring the whole crew. We're spreading love across the screens. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube. Let's run this love movement together.
Good morning to me. Morning, everyone. Hey, Sharon. Lord, we're pretty, Sharon's really red and
morning from me.
Yeah, things are happening. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Sharon, how you do today?
I am fine, thank you.
Okay.
Happy Saturday, happy V-Day.
Happy
Valentines.
Happy Valentine's.
Valentines and Galentines.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if that's in there, then we have to go say happy Valentine's.
Something.
Well,
something. Good morning, everyone. Jax, how are you?
I'm here.
Okay, it's a good day. We are not saying nothing wrong.
I am alive and well.
Wonderful. That's all we need.
I'm looking at you, Valentine's people.
There you go. And here comes Ralphie. Sharnsy, you have to go over.
Watch,
Yes.
watch ya, look on my friend.
Hey, Ralphie.
Watch ya.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you. Let's extend a special warm Saturday morning welcome to our guests who are coming in. Welcome to Voices with Lady D. It is Satideh Mawnin Runnings, and today our topic is Valentine's Day special. Love is universal, not just for lovers, because we thought
Nope.
that we should open it up, make it more inclusive, because
Yeah.
love come in varied forms. And if we are just going to be talking about, oh, how wonderful he has been to me, and she has been, somebody else is there saying, you know,
I want to me, so.
oh, what for me? Not happen for me. So we want to say, hey, love comes in so many different forms. And if it's your family, if it's friend, if it's um your community, if it's your church, wherever you feel loved, then that's what we want to talk about. Because who doesn't want human connection? Who doesn't want somebody to say, boy, you're the best, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel good. I don't know if there are people in this world who say me can't bother with people, and you may have said it because they wrong, something they wrong you away. But no, we don't want that. We want to see the love. You see Sharon's two hearts in the back there.
Yes.
Just the cup,
Oh, hold on there.
Jackie, maybe we should get with cup because I have a cup
You know
here.
something?
That, well, I turn your cup. the
Oh,
other way.
let me see the cups, please. Oh, okay.
Ah.
Oh, they make a heart. They make a
Wait,
bigger heart.
wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, how much time for turning? It's his and hers. Maybe we put it on top of each other. It's
No,
his.
turn them soft. Turn them
Nice.
soft.
Now we see.
Oh.
Yes.
And then we were gonna put coffee in there because we actually did not get to finish our coffee a while ago.
Mhm.
So it says "I love you" on the inside. Where is it? It's inscribed somewhere. Where? Don't make me a liar. Oh, wait. Up in the corner with the arrow. You see? Up there by the arrow.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so we
that's so
come with 2
cute.
cups of coffee this
Well,
morning.
Jackie,
See?
where is your cup? Because I'm about to pour my tea in my cup. So
I could go for mine too. I have one of those.
would be so fabulous. Push it up more, Jack. More. Let me do. Don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it. Let me just. Hey, meet our cups. That's right. Thank you. And maybe I should do this. I should do the same for mine because
Yeah.
we are friends, we're family, and of
Higher.
course we have to show off this morning because we received these from our dearest Sharnsy. Sharnsy got this cup so beautifully designed. So that's Sharns, Jackie. You see Max with her bald head, and that's me. I had that hairstyle some time ago. Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll be sipping away. Mhm.
Lord.
Good too. Hey, welcome. Please share this link with someone. We invite you to do so. If you're in and you haven't dropped a welcome or a good morning greeting in the chat, we ask that you do so. But it's a great day. It's on this day, the calendar, universally. People acknowledge this day. But you love 365 days for the year. But if they say, all right, if we give this little day, you may acknowledge it as well as not. But hear what? We just want to tell you we love you and we're there for you. So that's all that we need to know. So welcome. We apologize for the late start, but nevertheless, today's Valentine's Day. And we just want to say to you that we love you. You've been here for us week after week, and Why not? So, this Valentine's Day, we are discussing our big topic: love is universal, not just for lovers. And so, we'll celebrate love in every form: family love, friend love, community love, self love, and God's powerful love that holds us together. And that's our glue. And we're happy to know that we are glued by Him. Now, to kick it off, I want to say hi to Ralphie and Sherns. They've been married for how many years now?
40 deuce plus.
God
40,
have mercy.
40 deuce plus.
That I was like two lifetime.
But you know what I was telling our son last night. We were just like talking, and it dawned on me, and I said, our first real date was Valentine's 1980. That was our
1980.
first. Yeah, that was our first real date when we said, Jackie, at Chinese food dinner we went to,
In Jamaica.
Yes.
And they had good Chinese food. You stay there.
Yeah, man, round on the hip strip. Round on the hip strip, Chinese. Yeah, yeah. So it was so long ago, and I was telling my son I was 16 at the time, and he was born 16 years later.
Wow, all the numbers aligned.
All the numbers. So yeah, and it just dawned on me. I wasn't even thinking about it. We were just talking, and I said, "But hold on," and then I remember. Yeah. Anyway, so Valentine's Day I always have a little special, little sparky spark.
Nice. Because it takes you back to day one,
Yeah.
the beginning of things.
All the way around there.
And I'm looking forward to 40 deuce and more.
And
Of
more.
course.
Hey,
Well,
Yes.
congratulations.
yes.
Congratulations.
Wonderful.
And
Jax, how you feeling? Today is Valentine's Day, and we love you.
Yes, we are your Valentine.
Yeah. Me never know. Say that so she go still, but yes, we know.
I'm not going anywhere else. We love you. We appreciate you. And you've been with us. And you're a kind, beautiful woman. Wonderful heart. So anything else, we leave to the Lord. But
I have no doubt that people like you know that.
yes.
It's just like other people don't know that, and them just afraid. I think it's fear. Them just afraid face plunge in a love, in a good love. Not true. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I am happy. I'm
Some people
fine.
run away from it, Some people run away from it.
Yes.
They do.
Because it's
They
sometimes
say they want it. They say they want it, and when they get it, the actions tell you otherwise. Put it that way.
even regular even if it's a regular friendships, some people do run away from that because of fear and doubt of how this person might turn out to be something else, or just doubt what kind of friendship might turn out to be. So some people do, you're right, some people do run away from it.
And sometimes for them, especially if they weren't exposed to someone caring and extending love to them,
Right.
when it faces them, they don't know, they can't contain it, they don't know what to do.
Right, or they may have experienced hurt, and because of that, they change trajectory.
We may not be able to dispel, and it's not a myth about love, but we may not be able to say, hey, we understand, but we can surely today's show, we're going to show you why it's so important to receive love, and not only romantically. So so Ralphie, we'd like to hear your voice.
Horse. Your horse.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Today's a beautiful day.
Yes.
God is love, and love is God, and so are we.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Hey. So we thank you. Let's just give you a brief synopsis of our talking points, including anything else, because once we start talking, we just piggyback on each other and it rolls. But we'll be focusing on love as a human need, not a romantic privilege. We'll also focus on family love, the first classroom of the heart. We'll talk about friendship love, the quiet, steady, life saving kind. Community love, the power of belonging. Self love, the foundation of every other love. God's love, the anchor and the example. Also, love in action, the everyday ways we show care. And how do you know you're loved outside of romance? And then we'll also touch on the love languages for all relationships, because just in case you didn't know, if you love to cook, that's a love language of some kind. It forms in a particular category. So, hello. Also, hello from co producer who will be joining us in a few minutes. But he's over on that side monitoring everything else. So, good morning. So, we start off by saying hello to those of you who are popping in the chat this morning. And don't forget to share the link. Please don't sit there by yourselves and not share the link with someone. Guess who came in first this morning? Marie. Morning, Marie. She says, my celebrities. Sure, just hold up on the hand and wave. We are celebrities. Good morning, Marie. And Drea says, I love Uno too. Thank you, Drea. We love you. Dion is here. Hey, Dion, haven't seen you in a little bit. She says, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And she says, happy Valentine's Day to you. And she gives us all the hearts that she can muster up at the moment, because I know more hearts are going to be coming up. And Drea says, congrats to the blessed couple. Hey, on the 40 deuce plus.
Thank you, Drea.
Yes. My Minty's in the house. Minty says, hello, everyone. Hi, Auntie Sexy. Good morning, Minty. Happy blessed day and wonderful Valentine's Day. Thank you.
When is the actual what do you call it? Anniversary.
And King says, amen, church. Here we go. We read out some looking good. Looking good. Morning, King. All right.
Morning, King.
As we said, we start off with love as a human need, not a romantic privilege. And we could also say why every person, meaning a child, an elder, a single, or a married person, needs love to thrive. Sharon, do you want to kick off?
All right. How would that go again now? Love as a human need?
Yeah, not a romantic privilege.
Not a romantic privilege.
Right. So why every person, child, elder, single, married, needs love to thrive. Also, how love shapes identity, confidence, and belonging, which we alluded to earlier, and the difference between being in love and being loved. So we'll talk about that in this particular.
All right, then that's a lot. Yeah, well, I think we are innately born. God has so made us with that little hole or that little space, or sometimes a person may say it's a little box that is just made for love. It's made for affection, and we have since deduced that love is expressed in different ways. So you have like Lady D just said, family love, affection love, romantic love, and things of this sort. But I think it's just by virtue of how we were created to begin with. We were created to love. It's just a natural instinct. I do believe that we just gravitate. Even when a baby is born, the minute the child comes out, they take the child up and place it on the mother's heart, over the heartbeat, on the skin, so they can feel that contact and affiliate their early beginnings with something. So I think we are innately born with that. God has so made us, because this saying says love is a many splendored thing. It depends on how you look at it. It has been It has been rated, it has been abused, it has been used to rule and cajole and all kind of stuff to people over time. So it's just one of those attributes that we are born with. It's hard to explain. It's hard to be contained. That's why sometimes if somebody's even getting some sort of abuse, they will still love, because it's just one of those things. So over time, we have come to realize that, well, love it's not just a romantic alone type of love. There are other love with your children, your family at large, and things of that nature. So it's a big topic. It's very wide. It's very, very wide, massive.
And something, when we experience that, there is nothing greater, because even with how love shapes identity, if you know love, you've always experienced it, whether it was from your mom, your dad, your siblings. There's a confidence that is innately within you, and belonging. And like co-producer said, he knows when he's not loved. So you don't sit in it and that, oh, this is what it looks like, even if somebody is being unkind to you.
Right.
And becomes,
yes, we all do. We all know when we're not loved.
Yes.
Because it's something felt and expressed. So you're gonna identify that immediately.
Yes. We can also move over to family love. It was last week's show, Sharon Z, or the week before, we were talking about friendships.
Right.
And not only that, but you also spoke about how your family has those moments where intervention is necessary.
Yeah.
Because you want to ensure that that bond of love remains.
Yeah, because it has to be nurtured. That's the thing with love as well.
Right.
It has to be nurtured. You can't just. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a furniture. It's not a sofa you buy and put it down. Even a sofa you will move around and turn from time to time. It has to be nurtured.
Exactly.
That's why you will have some people say, well, I love and all of that stuff. So you do know when it's being poured on, when it's being given, when it's being forced, and when it just not there. It don't even have to be verbalized. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
simple body language can tell if somebody loves you or not. Just certain little moves, little eye contact, certain little gestures can tell you even if it's coming from a family member, a friend, a community, you can feel it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest things that we were ever given from God, and it's love. I tell you something. I watched a documentary not too long ago, and I'm always curious about the afterlife, or people's experience of dying and returning. And almost every single one of the persons who were interviewed or who were a part of the documentary, who have had that experience of dying, or just passing out or something, and finds themselves in another realm, and then they came back. Almost every single one of them mentioned there was this overwhelming feeling of love that they have never experienced on earth. It's something that they can't even explain. It's like it's a never-ending, strong, emotional feeling of love, or the thing that we recognize and call love, that belonging and love, like you can't even hold it. This man explained it And he said he has never, ever in his life experienced anything like that when he went to this place and came back. So, you know, and even met up on people that he didn't even know existed in his life and are related. And the feeling of love that came from those people was different from even the love that we experience here. So it must be something special.
Yes.
It must be.
That's why we celebrate it, you know, because
Yeah, I'm not celebrating it.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right. And I don't mean celebrating it because it's Valentine's or because they attach a name to it and all of that. It should be a celebrated experience daily.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Who do we have? I see Sister Morrison is in the house. Let's see. And co-producer as himself. He says, good morning, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, co-producer. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Love Day.
Right. And good morning, ladies. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. And happy Valentine's Day to you, to Sister Morrison. And who she says, happy Valentine's Day, ladies. All right. So, yes. So we're being as inclusive as possible. And we would also like you, our audience, to share some experience that you've had with someone loving you. They did something for you or you did something for them. And it blew your mind pretty much. You couldn't even stop talking about it because of the impact it had on you. I believe for me, because I've shared here that after my parents' marriage failed, and so my mom, you know, she really wasn't able to manage us on her own. And so at one point, we were placed in a children's home, my sister and I. We were living in Kingston. So we were off Lyndhurst Road. There was a place off Lyndhurst Road. I remember the address to this very day. But outside of that maternal love, which at a young age I understood that my parents loved us. But when we went into that children's home, oh my goodness, we experienced love. That woman, Miss Denny, and her two daughters, one was a nurse, one was in high school. She was attending St. Hugh's at the time, the younger daughter. And they had their staff. Every one of those people showed the children such love. We did not feel out of place, and all of us felt special. And then when we moved to Penance, to my grandparents, that was a whole new experience of acceptance and just love. And we were raised that way in a family that cared. My grandmother, Christian woman. My grandfather wasn't a Christian, but I'm telling you, he knew how to love in a quiet way. My grandmother was the more verbose personality between the two, but love you. So when it starts in family, you can't miss that. Anybody else after that, you have to go measure up. And of course,
right. Say that's gonna be your yardstick, you know.
That's your yardstick.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you,
that's the beginning of things. Yeah.
That's the beginning. And so for us, we will know when somebody not treating us right. And we spoke of it. There's nothing greater than feeling accepted, because if you are not, then something in you breaks, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It brings on that sadness upon you that if you're not careful, you can shake, and you will carry it with you. So today being Valentine's Day, we are saying, hey, we're not just talking about married couples or people who are in relationships, romantic relationships, because not everybody having it.
No.
Not everybody there. So, or they were married, divorced, or they had a broken relationship. And so, so you hear the penny section, the little voice around here. May I hear it?
Yes.
So when Eval started coming church, again he came for healing as he was broken. Him just get repaired.
Indeed broke up.
He did broke up. It broke up. But when the birthday, wedding anniversary time, when an anniversary time, Eval expressed to me that him couldn't stand it because in his mindset at the time, I know him don't even think it had gonna happen because he had told himself, boy, after going round the block, me not do it again. And he was gonna write to the church board and ask them to drop that part.
Oh wow, that's serious.
It was offensive.
Hold on, pause. Let me see if I'm understanding you. When what anniversary?
When we're celebrating wedding anniversary during the church program on a Sunday.
Oh, you know what? I can understand because sometimes I do get into that little pocket, that little place myself. You know, like if it's happening too much around me, I'm saying, I feel a little bit out of place. And I don't feel like, being a part of that because I don't have anything to celebrate. I don't have, that. So I do understand where he's coming from.
Okay. Well, hi. But I'm sure you're not feeling that way as much anymore.
Not too much. But sometimes when we hear it too much, is like me say, "Sure, me not part of that. Me can't bother."
We do understand, but yes, I had to share that because other than family love, my sister and I experienced love from other people, and there was my great grandmother, Chichi, who also showed us love. And, it was out of her heart. She realized that mom wasn't managing us. She couldn't care for us the way she could or should. And so Chichi stepped in and said, no, these two girls need more than what Yvonne can give them. And that's when she reached out to her daughter and said, hey, we have grandchildren here and great grandchildren. And that's the first time we were meeting them when we went to penance. Right. We never knew of them before. So, love is something that it's ordained by God. And when we have it, we should hold on to it.
Yeah.
No, you can't force people to love you.
Oh, no.
Right. So that's
why it is so complex. You have to be careful where you tread that water.
Yes. So let's greet. Who else do we have here? Let me see who I saw. If we are missing anyone. Okay. So Jax is sending out her greeting, of course.
Yes.
And Eval says, Locks, Mr. Loverman, Sir Ralph.
Yes, we have a couple questions for Ralph.
Yes. So Marie says, wow, I do have an understanding of what Eval is saying. I can see how people can feel excluded or sad as they may not be at that place. Absolutely.
Right.
Morning, Tiny. Tiny says, yardstick. Wow, my parents' relationship. I sometimes measure mine against theirs. They were perfect in my eyes. Great conversation. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, my dear Tiny. And Eval says, yes, Marie, it's funny, the varied emotions we feel. And as Jackie says too. So going back again, family love, that's the first classroom of the heart.
Yeah.
Eval is waving hand because he has expressed how there was loving family and he was never hungry.
And I am so glad, that was it your grandmother or great grandmother who stepped
Great-grandmother.
in, your great grandmother that stepped in at the time that she did, because you would have lost that part of you. Because, even though the ladies at the children's home were very accommodating and loving, that sense of family is absolutely important when it comes on to learning love. That part, that beginning part. There was a guy on YouTube. I was watching something on YouTube. He was born in Nigeria, and his parents went to the UK during the Windrush period. And what they do, he was like the last of the children that the parents had. So he was taken with them. He was brought to the UK. And he said he was farmed out. You remember that term, Shernette? The kids that they farmed out to white families. So they put an ad in the paper, and then somebody would pick up these children and take them in, like, it was more like a foster thing, while the parents now would get the time to go work. And they had the other kids back in Nigeria to send money to and whatever. So they were always working. So that young man was with this family for 8 years, from he was 3 months old.
Jeez.
And he was with that family for 8 years. And then when he was close to 10 years old, he was sent back to Nigeria. His parents, his actual parents, sent him back to Nigeria. Now he was dropped in a place where he didn't know, he didn't have any connections, or any. He was introduced to brothers and sisters, and he was out of place. Now he was experiencing a different kind of love. He said the foster parents were very loving to him, but now he was experiencing something different because he was different. He spoke different. He didn't speak the language of the Nigerians, and he felt out of place. And I am trying to make the connection, show you how love can change.
Yes.
Because while he was there, he felt like, okay, his parents abandoned him, and now these people that he have grown to love and grown so close to, they too have abandoned him. And that changed the love feeling in him.
That's in the script.
That changed the love feeling in him. And then he was there for another 8 years or something. Then he was sent back to London. He has nobody there to relate to. He went back to the house that he was being fostered. Then now they're older people. They didn't expect him. They didn't, So now there's a disconnect between him and them and his parents to this day.
Yeah.
It's like
that was a lot of shuttling back and forth. And you know what? In the formative years,
and that changed. So it's very important for us to lay a good foundation for these kids, even if you don't have money, even if things are not that bright, as we'd say, that love foundation. And that's what I tried to create for my son, because it was just him and me and his godmother that shared the house with. And he was a young kid. So it was necessary for me to teach him love.
Yes.
From that moment, with nothing.
Yeah, love is free. That's the thing. Love is free. Because if love is something you had to buy, many of us
we would only see
it. Sometimes God love is free,
we would only see it.
What is it going to be?
We would only see it.
Without a seat, I shop in window shop.
Without a seat, yeah, it's true. But I like, for me too. It's like growing up with my grandparents. I knew without a shadow of a doubt that they loved me to pieces. I know that for a fact. I didn't have to ask. I just knew it. While going to my mother in Kingston, she always told me she loved me, which. At the time, I didn't hear like my friends' parents saying to their kids, I love you and stuff. So my mother used to just tell me, she used to write it in letters, and I would say, well, okay, I accepted it, but it still was like a little different from my grandparents, because I would throw myself in their arms, I would go in their lap, I would mess with them. But
Mhm.
my mother, I would look at her like she was a shrine. I would be like, "Oh, that's my mother, you know." And then she was beautiful, she was sophisticated, and I would just look at her
Mhm.
and my grandparent, and and she would, she would try to embrace me, but I would be like stiff. With my grandmother, I would like come
Mhm.
like melting,
Yes.
like
Yes.
woo, and all that stuff. So love is something that is given freely, like I said, and when you reciprocate, it's wonderful. But at the same time, you have to give it time sometime, given the circumstances. Like, I'm piggybacking off of you on that young man's story, Jackie, because for him to have his formative years somewhere else, and he's getting his roots in, and then to be transplanted to another continent, and
Mhm.
then trying to find a footing, and
Yes.
then a person like him, no, if he comes in your life later on, him have a hard time loving or
Yeah.
receiving or retaining,
Mhm.
account of the fact that in his formative years, that's what he knew. God
Right.
bless those who had a rough start, but yet were able to
To find that love
kind
foundation,
of
that,
right,
yeah.
right, a good foundation. And then you have persons who, on account of the fact that they never had it, once they found it, they held on
Onto it.
to it.
Yeah.
They built
Yes.
it up. They built it up. They
Mhm.
make it, as Ashford and Simpson says, solid as a rock,
Yes.
because they know what it is like. That's one
Mhm.
thing. Because his mother died when he was born, so he got a lot of love, but from other women, until I came along.
Came along. So
Oops.
Ralphie, this is
Right?
the perfect. This is the
You know,
perfect
it was
segue.
good. He always surround me with great women, from
Yes,
my nana to now my beautiful wife.
that's
You
right.
know, so
Mhm.
I'm always in love. And my sisters, and being the wash belly, say, be careful. I became a spoiler.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you were the wash belly.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know.
Oh
Yes.
my God. What do
So
you
every,
think?
every
What do you think it was, or what do you think it is, Ralph, that has kept this love intact for so long?
well,
One of the things.
it started from the foundation of the Creator, God Himself, because my family was pretty much grown in the church. I grown up in the church, so we all know what love was. And me being the wash belly, my sisters, my brothers, everybody make sure that I was fine. So I felt love all across the board. You know, and
Right. So
then
it wasn't hard for you to transfer that to somebody outside of the family.
not really, no, because I was so love if at every angle I turn. So it was just pretty easy for me to show my wife with the same love, because I know
Good.
what love is. And then at an early age, it was instilled in me that, they always have me do learn John 3:16, for God so loved this world, he gave us his only begotten son,
Mhm.
and all of that. And then my people that they used to minister to me are like, okay, before God even know me,
Mhm.
his son died for me and all of that. So I kind of gravitate to that love, and I try to like portray that, because as a young man growing up, and when I started to read the Bible, I only wanted to read about the life of Jesus. Yeah, and I never really go to the Old Testament. I just go from the New Testament, where Jesus was born and all the stuff he did and all of that. And then one of the things that struck me is that even when they was crucifying and doing all these manner of things to him,
Yes.
he said to the Father, "Forgive them, Lord, because they know not what they do."
Mhm.
So that kind of love hit me hard, and I was like, okay, I as a child who got saved and wanted to align myself with Christ. I wanted to be so much like Christ, because
He always tell me that he loved me like Christ loved the church. That was a lot for a young girl to process. You know what I mean? As
Was that
he
a pickup line? Was that a pickup line?
huh?
Was
What is
that a
it?
pickup line?
No,
I don't think it's a pickup line.
you know what? Because even to this day, I tell my wife, I said, listen here, I'm so happy to be in this ministry. I call marriage, and I always tell
Yeah,
them,
him always
I
somebody
say,
is a ministry.
yeah,
Always.
and,
Yes,
He's an old soul, he was here
which,
before.
which it is.
and
Yes.
and when I think about Christ, the significance of marriage, and according to the scriptures, is that Christ loved the church
Gave himself for the church.
and gave himself for the church, and that's what marriage is like. So now the significance of marriage represent Christ and the church, and that's some deep love right there.
Yeah, no deeper. You
Yeah,
can't get.
so
Can't get no
in
deeper.
myself, when I look at it, I was like, oh my gosh, no matter what, I just gotta love my wife like how Christ loved the church, because the significance of Christ and the church
Have
is
you
so
ever
deep.
have you ever
And
said no to have you ever said no to her?
to my wife, yes, I've
But
said no, but
may I say no? You are say yes. What
well,
did
I
you
know if we say no, the words might say no, but the heart I say yes, yes,
say? Oh boy.
Oh,
yeah.
oh my God. Has there been a time when you've ever felt like distant, any little distance from her? I don't get that feeling with you too, but have you ever had that moment or any moment at all that there was any distance between you? Distance in feelings and also distance in place.
Mhm.
Maybe in place.
Yeah, we had it played.
We had
Definitely.
in place because when she came to this country, I was still in Jamaica.
Okay, yes. I forgot you
Yeah.
did say it. You did mention that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, we
You
talk
know,
about that all the time. It was 3 long
Yeah.
years. It was 3
How
long
did
years.
you manage during that time? How did you what kept you?
We
okay.
Because some people
So
can't, that 3 years would be like 30 years for some people.
yeah, we never had no video chat. We couldn't do no FaceTime.
Right.
We couldn't hardly afford. We couldn't hardly afford long distance phone calls. I remember one time I sat on the phone and the call came up for $60, one call. And my mother said, you have to talk on off-peak hours. You remember what you used to? And then he used to go and call me and of course letter writing was a thing. We made a pact. We made a pact to write each other every week so that we always had letters coming.
Right.
There was supposed to be a week when I didn't get a letter. Otherwise, me feel like Lord,
Mm-hmm.
Did
Yeah,
you
but
save any of those?
yeah, man. What you mean?
That
Yes.
shoebox is somewhere under
Shoebox.
the bed somewhere.
Listen to me. Oh my, I should have pulled it.
not
I
not
have all kind of something.
not only letters,
I would have loved
I
to
used to
hear like
writing
one of the
poems,
lines.
and I used to write her a lot of poems.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sure.
Please go find the shoebox and take out one of the letter.
Yeah, man, they're all intact. Let me tell you, many years ago, when my daughter was a teen, I said, let me show you some of your father's letters, and she was like, "Oh my God, Dad!" She could,
She could manage.
at him like, you really was writing all these things. He would have write my name. S is for this, and H is for that, and E is for Lord have mercy.
That is love.
We have all kind of poetry, all kind of something. That is why when I see people now not able to maintain a relationship, and I'm a talk about love, me say y'all haven't been anywhere yet. Me and him wrote the book on that.
Because they all have the technology right now, but I
Yeah.
think those little nuggets, those little things that, from back in the day when you didn't have the convenience of the internet and you had to wait for the 3 weeks long letter coming through the mail
The
and stuff
snail
like that.
mail. I used to call it the
that
snail mail.
yeah, the anxiety and the excitement, just waiting to see that mail come, that piece of mail come. It kept those relationships together. I feel like those relationships are more intact
They
than
are.
the ready-made
They
ones
are.
here now.
And it was, and I'm back in the day, what I would do, I would like kiss the letters, put on lipstick, and I would
That's
put
right.
my lipstick on there,
Yes.
and
Well,
and,
I must
and
say,
spray my cologne on it, and then
Oi.
he would put a juicy fruit gum in the thing and send it back. So when me I read letter, me I eat juicy
Yeah,
fruit gum.
juicy. Yes. Awesome.
Hear that.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's been a while. It's been a while,
Yes,
and
but
that is kind of cheap. No, you have people that put on skywriting and a pay for adding a paper and all kind of, and still can't stay together.
still can't
Yes.
stay together. That's the thing. I must say, I
Because
did
they have not,
experience.
I don't think they have. Let me share something with you. With 1 minute, Jack, 1 minute.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because for those of us who have come into marital relationships, I remember Evel and I had already said that this commitment is with God. So if I hurt you, I'm hurting him. And if he hurts me, we're hurting him, meaning God. And it was just last, so we are very mindful of that and always ready to talk things through. Now, last week, Sunday, Reverend Peter Morgan from Jamaica came to church and he spoke. He's always a very empowering speaker. And he went up and was just talking about the songs that we were singing themed love. All the songs had love in it, and so on. And he commended Michelle for how she led the praise and worship and even spoke a prophetic word over her life. But in addition to that, as he broke out who God is and what love, God in himself as love, it was it was something to sit and listen to.
I can imagine.
And so he was in Habakkuk, and he went into Lamentations and so on. But he, there is the love which is Hesed, which is a Hebrew word, and it means steadfast, loyal, covenant keeping love. And covenant love is not based on feelings, convenience, or circumstances. It is a committed, faithful love rooted in promise and relationship. And some of the key characteristics: rooted in commitment, not emotion. Because I think for many people in today's world, we get very emotional. And when our emotions overrule our natural form of thinking, it causes us to react in certain ways, whether verbally, physically, and it disrupts what the original plan
Yeah.
of God was and intended for us. He also talked about faithful and loyal. The moment, if we realize, and so this is open for everybody who wants to love, whether it's for your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your family, those kinds of things. If we do not get that teaching about what the divine order of love is, that's when our own human nature pop out
Yeah, take over.
and take over. And it's either my way or highway, or we're in constant disagreement with each other.
Yeah.
And we don't have the tools to manage
Yeah, because we
things
yield to
when they come up.
selfishness.
And
It-
yield
Yielding to
to each other.
selfishness.
Yes, yield
love
to
is not a big stick to wield over somebody, which is unfortunately sometimes the kind of, we couldn't even call that love, but it's always packaged as love. But it's more like a big stick you're holding over somebody to keep them submissive, or to do what you say. When you say jump, I have to say how high and how often and things like that. So sometimes it's taken out of proportion, out of context, and other things are called love that are actually not really love. You know what I mean? Love is thrown, the word sometimes is misused, abused, thrown around,
Mm-hmm.
just thrown around just so.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that way.
Who deserves love?
We all do.
Everybody.
We all do. And
We
you know
all
what? No
do.
matter how much of a tyrant somebody is, you might look at somebody and say, I must see ice in them veins, or them heart make out of stone and things of that nature. But that very person, they still need love. And there's usually one person out there. In the Greek myths, there was a terrible I was a Greek myth fan back when I was younger. You know, little child, 8, 7,
Mythology, Greek
9.
mythology.
Yeah, the man, it was Calibus. He was the offspring of two beings that should not have had an offspring, and he was misshapen, and he had some character flaws and whatever, and he was to wreck the place. But yet and still, his mother's love was the only thing that could rein him in. So when he was carrying
Hold
on, and
on. Who did you mention?
Calibus.
Oh, I thought you said Oedipus. Okay.
No. That's the and they even made a movie that I end up getting to see that had his that had his character in it, and he was really grotesque, But when his mother came and held him, but I think he became that way on account of his ways. Like he used to be good looking, but then his ways twisted him, And he would just calm all the way down, just on account of his mother's love. So we all need it, we all thrive with it, and we are worse off without it. Is what
All
I
right.
think. Yeah.
I would encourage everybody. I like to be open and just see other things. Look at love or life in different ways and analyze it and see how we fit in and who we are, and if we deserve certain things or how we express our lives. Just an open mind. And I watched something recently which I would encourage you guys to look at yourself and come to your own conclusion, and it's called Rebel Royals. Rebel Royals.
Okay.
It's a documentary. I watch a lot of documentaries. And that was one of the most interesting documentaries that I've watched lately, because I never saw those two bodies or hearts or characters or people coming together. And they have the most amazing love and relationship. But you have to see it for yourself.
Okay.
It's Rebel Royals. It's another, true documentary, and it's not even long ago that it was made. They've featured it, and it's still, you can still find it, I think, on Netflix or one of those. Not advertising for them, but it impacts me to say that who am I to judge who loves who?
Then there is that. There is that.
So the question you asked then, Jackie, about who deserve loves, and we know there are different types of love. So you have the eros, which is the romantic love. It's passionate, it's intimate, it's emotional attraction, and this is the in love feeling, the chemistry, the desire, the connection. Then you have the philia, which is the friendship love.
Yeah, philia.
That's the deep affection between friends.
Open the screen, D.
Yeah, fix this. You take us off.
Open the screen.
Oh, my apologies. Right. Thank you. Okay. And then there is the philia, as I mentioned, loyalty, trust, support, and shared joy. That's the ride or die kind of love.
Right.
And you have people like that. They will be there for you through thick and thin, no matter what. Then you have the storage. That's the family love.
Yeah.
That's the natural love between parents, children, siblings, and relatives. Comforting, protective, the familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the agape love, which is
Oh yeah.
unconditional. That's the
Mm-hmm.
selfless, the sacrificial, the spiritual love,
Mm-hmm.
the
Right. So
love of
we're looking
God.
at love from a biblical.
No, but so there is the unconditional love, which is the agape love. That's the
Yeah.
love of God and the love we show others without expecting anything back.
Okay.
Then you have the pragma love, which is the enduring love, the long term, steady, mature love.
Mm-hmm.
That's partnership, that's commitment, that's understanding. The we in this thing together kind of
Yes.
love,
Yes.
right? Then you have the, I think it's pronounced philatia, self love,
Yeah.
philatia, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is the healthy self respect and self care, knowing your worth, and treating yourself with compassion. And then you
Right.
have the ludus, which is the playful love, flirting, laughter, the light-hearted affection, the fun, the teasing, the joyful side of love, which
Mm-hmm.
some people can't even relate to.
Yeah.
Then you
Right.
have the mania, which is the obsessive love. That's
Mm.
unbalanced. It's
Mhm.
clingy
Oh
or
yeah.
overly dependent love. It's not
Mm.
healthy.
That
Not
that that
healthy.
is the love with issues, I
Uh-huh.
call it.
Right.
Yeah. But important to understand in conversations about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So when we, if I'll say this, I'm very careful sometimes about what I see, the message it sends, how it resonates in my spirit. Because if I understand God's love and not so much what I was taught, but whatever is taught from the scriptures, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I am always aware of other forms of love that people demonstrates or stuff like that. But if it is not aligned with the scriptures and how I'm to conduct myself, I'm always very careful. So the agape keeps me and all the other facets of it. But if anything else is kind of presenting itself, that spirit within me says, check.
Mm-hmm.
You have to check yourself. So that's how I live. And if I know I'm veering off course, there is something within me that's gonna say that's not the right one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not the one. And you are able to pull yourself back
Mm-hmm.
and say, but no, this is not what it is supposed to be.
Right.
I'm personally guarded that way. Any missteps I have ever made, I know when I got into them and I know when I should run.
Right. Mm-hmm. There should be guardrails,
Yes.
there should be guardrails. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, some people ignore it. They run headlong into situations, and then they give love a bad name. A lot of people give love a bad name. You can't even mention the word love
Love
because
them.
they yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting that we are not on the lovey-dovey this morning, and nothing wrong with lovey-dovey. But I find that if people don't learn principles and have a guide, no matter how old we are,
Oh
we
yeah.
we can say because Sharon's and Ralphie can tell us 40 do's plus, and
Mhm.
every day they're still learning about each other
Oh yeah.
by
Because you know
talking
what?
and
You
sharing
saying
and
that.
life.
Yeah, I often I will confess he's the romantic side of all of this going on. He's
Really?
Oh yeah, he's an exceptional.
You plan to come?
He's an exceptionally romantic guy.
I like that.
Let me tell. He started giving me stuff from last night. I got 4 dozen roses.
Ooh.
We even walk out with this a while ago, but I dare not open it out here. I took a glance.
Okay.
I haven't opened cards yet, but I'm just saying that to say,
Yeah.
I sometimes like he has not lost anything from what we had in the beginning.
That's wonderful.
That's amazing.
And I find that to be very refreshing because it's not hard to love him at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said, God knows why he put us together, because I have often said to him, I said, your mother must have prayed for you before she passed. You know what I mean? To say, God, let it, whatever she would have said.
Yes.
And I've always said I would never hurt him. I would never ill-treat him and do anything of that nature. I would never. You know what I mean? But sometimes I've had to tell him, look, we came through the teens, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and now we are in the 60s. And he wants it the same way. And sometimes I say, look, bro, I call him brother man, I call him all kind of stuff. Sometimes I've had to say, look where we are.
What do you mean?
He's on the same trajectory, same way.
Yeah,
If he goes out and he gets food, like when I go to a function, him have to make them doggy bag or something and bring back to me.
Teach them little highly boy and not something no matter. Teach a little highly more and them something for me.
Mr. Lover Man. Yeah, make me look bad out here.
Yeah, listen here.
Yes, talk up the things here.
And eating something nice. Anytime I eat something nice, I may think about is she.
Wonderful.
Wow.
I may have to make sure somebody bring some for her.
Yes, their wife, man.
Are you having classes for the younger men?
Yeah, see, like an island man, they have no sense of love.
And
Well.
just pick up on something you guys said earlier about the guardrails.
Yeah.
This is one of the things, even the scripture said part of it. Love no buck up.
Mm.
Love no anxious.
Yeah. It's not
Love
possible.
serious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
There's a
understand?
chapter there.
Yeah.
So when you use those as guidelines, it's hard to go wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Let's take a pause. Thank you, Ralphie. One moment, co-producer. Let's just acknowledge. So good morning to my sissy Jen, Voices with Lady D, Denise Gomez, and Neville Green. I love you all today, tomorrow, and forever. So do we, Jenny. That's my sister-in-law.
Bye.
And well, hello there, Dudley. Mr. Salmon, happy Valentine's to the beautiful, lovely ladies on the platform. This is from Mr. Salmon. How are you? Good to see you.
Hi, Mr. Salmon.
And okay, Evoli is saying, yes, sir, Ralph. I love that you see marriage as a ministry, even as Christ loved the church. Yes. Who else is here? Tiny says, so romantic. Letter writing. Save them for your generations to come. Yes. Romeo and Juliet, Ralph and Morning, Lorna. I was driving to buy breakfast, but I'm single and I truly need the presence of God and the awesome blessing I receive daily. I love that. So as I celebrate today, I feel blessed to have breakfast at a very nice place. So I feel single and satisfied. Awesome. That's what we're talking about. Loving yourself.
Yes.
Loving yourself. I have said, all right, let's not break the trend here. I'll get back to that. Everyone deserves love. There are different kinds of love. It's important to know that to know, important that we know which love is operating within us. Absolutely. Everyone, no, come back here to me. Practicing the inappropriate love can have serious consequences. Indeed. She's funny. I love that. Good morning and happy Valentine's Day to everyone in the chat room. Okay, Lilith says, good morning, Lady Denise Gomez. Very nice and interesting program. Thank you, Lilith. Great. Okay. So you were about to say. Welcome to the...
Officially, good morning, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
Morning.
Oh, same to you, sir.
I love you all. And thank you, Brother Ralph, for stepping up as one of the stalwarts of love, keeping love in the right place and loving. I'm sure you've had some tough times, but I'm sure you, obviously, you are still together after 42 years. We are just on due. We're just doing dues. But man, it's really great, man. And you know what is interesting for me with you too? I can kind of track you guys at 16, 17 on Coral Walls and Library and Craft and Mount Alverda and 6C. And I'm like, wow, man, I can relate to that, you know.
Yeah,
so,
I was saying before you came on out of the cannon. He's saying out of 4th Street.
Out of the cannon.
Yes, man. Hospital, that's so.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, we are all from Mobay, and
so we know the spots.
Yes.
I was gonna say
that's another country.
Yeah, we do speak differently.
Oh dear Lord. No, Eval is knocking my sock off over here, you know. I mean, he says things, that's another show, but his phrases, and I'm like, what you just said?
Yeah.
we would understand.
Yes, sir. like boil, you know, boil. Him.
Yes. Yes.
So who is this now? Janet. Janet says, I love Rav's kind of love.
Yes.
I remember sending gums in my envelopes. Hello.
Oh, you see?
Oh. You know, Sister Benz beat me. I did not even remember your given name. But morning, Benzie. Nice having you here. She says, Lady D, this is Minister Benz. True love never dies. That is true. Thank you, Benzie. Thank you for joining.
Benzie, you mean the singer lady?
No, that's Sister Benz.
Oh, somebody else. Okay.
From early radio days, and she was converted. Yeah, she got saved and she loves the Lord.
Wonderful,
so good to see. Good to see her.
No greater love.
There you go. Then Mr. Salmon said, thank you very much for acknowledging me on your program. I enjoyed your program very much. I called it our Caribbean view. I love you. I love what you're doing. Please keep up the great work. Thank you, Mr. Salmon. Yes. But I liked how we were able to break out, you know, love starting from the Godhead down. And as she mentioned about going out to breakfast and treating herself, because self-love is the foundation of every other love.
Let me fix it.
What self-love really means, and you can go to this spa and you can have your affirmations and so on, but also how to treat yourself with the same compassion you do others.
Right.
And why you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're empty, you cannot give.
I know that. If you're broken, if you're bruised, you're gonna spew your bruises on people.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's important. Even in the ad, I did for the show, I showed the woman doing her facial and so on. And while you have all of that to say you're treating yourself, but knowing your worth, knowing who you are. We just did a video about real talk, the conversations to have before marriage. And we did it because we realized not many people seem to have gotten it. The initial parts that needs to be covered before people get married. Some conversations don't come up at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know
True.
what, lady? When I was listening, that was wonderful. That's a great teaching clip that you have on Thursday, that you had on Thursday, and I was listening to it, and I mean, Ralph and I were so young. We never had none of them something there, you know.
I was just about to intercept there, Cheryl, because you
Yeah,
guys did it without us putting these things out there in social media now. So
Yeah.
you guys obviously practice all of some of those things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I found that pretty interesting. I was about to ask you, how did you guys, before you got married, know the things that we are now saying later?
Basically, it came from the Lord. That's where the inspiration came from.
And Ralph is not going to leave him out.
You know,
Yes, because it understand, if you gotta put him first, any marriage want to survive, you have to make sure God lead.
Yeah.
You God have to be at the head of your marriage. That, so even sometimes I said to myself, that I was there and I said, my God, if God wasn't in our marriage at the head, so many stuff come up. Muda Ghana East and she Ghana West. What God had to do that kept us together.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Why you think a lot of celebrities their marriage can't last long? Because God is not in it.
Yeah. And you know what? They
You
said the
understand?
fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. And people will say God, God, God all the time. But you really have to, when you say it, you have to mean it.
You have to live it, man.
We were young. We were very young. I remember the first time he took me to his father. I was 15 plus.
Wow.
And he called his father Dada. And he said, let me introduce you to my father. And let me hit me. I said, Lord, no, son. No. And yeah, bent upon me. I said, Lord, no, son. And him yanked me along and said, come on. And then this father was literally within almost earshot to, and him always calling me Shernette. And he said, and I mean that he said, he took me to him. And I'm thinking he's gonna say, well, Dada, this is my friend so and so. And he said, this is my future wife.
Oh, wow.
Me nearly keel over.
I said, Dada, if this girl can't wear my ring, no other girl gonna wear it.
Wow. That's
And
awesome.
And I was dead serious.
But he was all of 17,
Yes. But
So
he
I mean,
knew.
yes. So I mean, we did not have. I mean, I had my grandparents who had a marriage that stood until they parted in death. But and then he's from a very solid family as well. And God bless my sisters-in-law, that whole side, they just took me in and just adapt me in and all of that stuff. But so we had a good foundation. But but yet and still, it was up to us to make our break.
Yes.
Because we could have still fallen off the cliff.
And one of the key things that I remember, I was 16, she was 18.
No, so the other way around.
I was 18, she was 16. But we are wrong. She had the better memory. But yes, it had to deal with 16 and 18. And me and she sitting down and talking. And I said to her, we made this pact that the D word is not gonna be in our vocabulary.
Wow. Awesome.
Never.
Yeah.
That was deep, guys. At that age,
and mind you, and look, over the years, people that we have met and friends of ours have always thought I had a beautiful proposal. This man just came to me with his sister and said to me, say, get yourself ready. We are going to Kingston. Me are going to buy you engagement ring. That was it, And we drove from Mobile to Upper New Kingston to some dreamy place that he had already. He has a sister in Kingston, and her husband at the time, he was a manager for Workers Bank. Where is that again? Halfway through or something. And we went, and he just carted me. I was 17,
Wow.
And that's when we had gotten engaged, and people were like, "Wanna do?" People pulled me to the side like, "Oh, what you do? You don't know nothing." By the first one, more will come.
Ralphie.
And in mind, I'm like, "Why should I wait for many more?"
Right,
You know,
Ralphie. Oh, Ralphie, when you were giving Ralphie at 17, you were giving engagement ring.
Yes,
no,
sir.
I was 70. By then he was 19.
Oh, so
Okay,
cute.
at that time I was giving a girl a mango for my love.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Mango is good to you. Mango.
Right.
Him used to give me mango. Him used to give me mango too. So mango is good.
Listen.
Yes,
I
yes.
never had that.
So here, Sister Benz is saying, Amen and amen to that, Lady D. If you broke, what are you going to give from? You cannot give out of nothing. Mhm. And she says, that's so funny, those two, that couple. Because he was having his eyes on you long time. And
Long time and him not let go.
yes,
But you know what
yes.
happens when we have too much to choose from? When people are telling you that this are the first one and more will come or ever. Sometimes when you have too much to choose from, you choose foolishness. You
Yes,
understand?
and
So-
I would strongly caution against that because that is something I was told repeatedly. To great consternation of my husband here. It caused him a lot of consternation because I was told that repeatedly. Your mother go send for you. You go foreign. You go see people. Make him wait a little bit. You know, that type of thing. As if up here is littered with Romeos who are going to like
Yeah.
I always said to him, you know, if they take me at face value, they will think I'm the sweetest. But I am not. He is the better half. Them say better half. He is the better half.
Yes.
I
Yes.
am the kind that is not the better half. I'm the half that will put out claws like Wolverine and slap up people. And all them things.
That way I
Said,
say,
they would have carried me back to him and said, look here, you go with our ear, sir.
Oh my
You know,
Yes, yes.
I'm not a pushover, but some people, you know,
be that.
we do a grave injustice. I didn't grow up with him. There were young men in my district I grew up with that, you know, inadvertently people would peer you, unbeknownst to you, you know, I was
Yes.
saying the matter, but
I can relate. I can relate.
yeah,
Yes.
man, Miss so and so have 6 sons that one they have X amount. You live next to them 1 year, you go to school with them, and they know you. Then
Yes.
and one of them you fit, and I'm like, are you for real? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Why would I
can
do
relate
that?
to
These boys are practically like my brothers. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Look, we gonna have no entanglements and things. So when you see young people that are, you know, socialized in whatever area, you know, maybe they in clubs or sports or something of that nature, and them are gravitate towards each other. Make it look like say it's natural, number one. And
Yeah.
number two, don't tell them to not foster it. Just treat it like nothing and look elsewhere because that will damage somebody's life and them future. Many
Exactly.
have missed what we would call our soulmate on account of the fact that you end up with the wrong one.
Wrong
because
person.
Exactly.
There you go.
I remember
Yes.
my mother told me about a young man from her district, and the district, you know, way back, not where we were born. And we went back once for a funeral. Now I was older, went back, I think I was in my 20s, and went back for a funeral with her. And he was there. She said, you remember the young man I was telling you about? And he came and introduced himself to me, and he said, I should have been your father.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And we say, you know, for some reason, it touched me, and I felt that if he was the one, and I came in the picture as his daughter, we would have had a great
Great
relationship.
Oh,
relationship.
wow. Look at that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get in there because congratulations again, Sharon and Ralphie, awesome. But there are some of us who have not been blessed to just have many long years of being married. Some of us have been divorced, and clearly we just did a show where we highlighted some stuff that we need to pay attention to before marriage, to preserve marriage. And so I just want to give a word to some people who may thinking, well, I'm not like Sherns and Ralphie. My marriage has fallen out. I don't think I'm going to have that 42 years. To love is still there, guys. If you weren't blessed as Sherns, or I don't want to say lucky, to have not been able to keep a marriage, your one marriage as long as they are doing, and you happen to be like me and other people, don't give up. You know, love is something that we all need, and it is out there, and we just need to be more cautious and practice some steps. And of course, first and foremost, put God in it, and not just you in it and the other person not in it. You both have to commit that relationship to Christ. And yes, I pray that even if you have not been able to maintain that you will find love again, because it is a beautiful thing. It is a wonderful thing, right, wifey?
Yes, sir.
Amen.
I'm right there with you. As we were on self-love, and thank you, Ralphie and Sharon.
I will miss Max.
And we said it this morning that Maxie would have, loved it.
Yes.
But
Max and Norman.
As we spoke about, family love, friendship love, we just spoke about self-love. And I'm hoping that those of you who you have to rekindle with family because something happened along the way.
Yeah.
Or, you are bitter after having divorce, because sometimes some people's divorce end up in such a way that you wondered if they had ever met because of what caused it to happen. Their hearts are not open to forgive each other. And I learned something I'm glad for this space that I work in. And I'm thankful for those who have studied the word of God and are able to impart it. And I read it for myself. So that's also important. But did you know that when two people come together, here is God, and if it is severed, there becomes fire in the middle. If they were not married and it breaks, that fire that had connected in the first place will remain there. And sometimes you ask yourself, so if two people leave each other and you happen to hear say, oh, one turn up at the other one's door and they fall back into some kind of a relationship, it may have nothing to do with the heart. It may not have nothing to do with the Godhead that was there, but because of that fire and that friction, they can't seem to leave. Why? That is what triggers like soul ties.
Oh God. Yeah.
There is that thing that their spirits are so connected.
Yeah.
Intertwined.
Even if it is to their detriment, sometimes
to their
it's
detriment.
so connected. It's not in a good way. But them soul ties is some serious thing.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And prevents you from moving on.
Yes, ma'am.
Leaving that space, that connection. So we are saying we're opening up the portals to let you know that God's love is first and foremost. If you get entangled with anything else, whether it's an encounter you had, or is something you read, something you see,
practice.
it will cause your mind to start changing, because again, God created us with the choice, the will to make choices.
Right.
And if you are seeking love, whether a romantic kind, or you want to love your sister some more, you have a sibling and you want that love, or you have a friend where it broke somewhere along the line, we're saying it is universal. God created us, which means him love us. You know how much thought he would have put in
Yeah.
to create me out of the how much trillion billion people in the world.
Right.
It is his love that, and so when he conceived that thought was conceptualized for our parents, and for our parents, the mother to bring forth, because the seed can be planted and the child does not come forth.
Right.
So for us to be birthed in the first place, that is love. A woman's labor ain't no easy feat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Which is why a lot of women have died in childbirth, leaving their children. It's deep stuff. The whole concept of love. So if it's you're going to treat yourself,
I don't want to go too deep. I'm saying I don't want to go too deep into the biblical political part of things, but when the Bible says we're made in sin and shaped in iniquity, something like that.
We're born in sin and shaped
born in sin and shaped in iniquity.
11:49.
Okay. No, what you just said, I'm trying to put the two together because it's pure love that brought us here. Where the sin comes from in that.
Well, it's God's love. It's God's love for us, God's love for us is pure, it's unspotted, it's pure. Pure is pure. Man has a sinful nature. And if the thing can be messed up, man will mess it up every time. Just by virtue of having a free will. You see what I mean? So God set it and say, okay, that's it.
Yes.
But man with the free will come in and say, I'll try, and although God says so and so. It's from sin entered the world, because it's me and Ralph is doing a study together on the Bible, and the we're trying to go through it for the rest of the year and all that stuff, and you see how everything connects. You see how everything. That is why it is imperative that, and you know what is profound is that love transcends even language. You can't have somebody, they love each other, they don't even speak the same language.
Language, yes.
Love in any language.
Like you're gone muted, sweetums.
That's true. I was going to work the other day, and I had this station on in the car on one of those stations. I play a lot of love songs. And for the first time, I actually really listened to the words of this song. You're beautiful. You're beautiful to me. I saw your face in a crowded place.
Right.
And if you listen to the song throughout, the man never had a relationship with a woman. He just saw this woman's face in a crowded place, like he was on his way to somewhere, going about his business. She was going about her business, but their spirits connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just a look, and their spirits connected. And he just fell in love with this spirit, the person that he saw. So like you said, and it could have been somebody who speaks a different language. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it transcends, and it goes.
There is a movie like that to where the man, like you're in the train, but there's a track in between. He's on one train. I forgot the name of it. He's on one train. She's on the other train. He's white. She's black. And he looked and saw her. They're connected. And that man, he moved heaven and earth to find her.
Yeah.
He would have tried ride the train every day at the same time, sit in the same car, stand up there, look. And he never gave up until he was able to meet her. And they never spoke. They never said a word prior to. It was just that look, that one moment.
The power of love. The power of love.
I'm telling you.
The power of connection.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, another thing I wanted to say, the lady did talk about people that soul connection and so on. Sometimes Sometimes I think people meet at the wrong time. And then, like, things happen to break apart and they go their own ways. And then they meet back up at some other point in life, some other time in life. And it was like the first time they met.
Mm-hmm.
And now the spirits align. It's like they're now gel. They have gained different experiences and have come back together. And it's like a new flower, something new.
That's called a second chance. Some people get a second chance, and some people.
So there is that kind of love too, where it was.
People divorce each other and remarry each other.
Yeah. Right. So you do have that too, that kind of love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's why I believe that you have to be in the place at the right. Like I said, there are different kinds of love, and there's a timing for that. I mean, if I believe that I didn't get my healing after a divorce, my eyes probably would not be in the right place to make a love connection where I am now.
Right.
So I think there are different times, there are different kind of love. Well, sometimes you got to go back to self-love after you've been bruised.
Yes.
After you've been hurt, you have to go back to another kind of love. Because
take the time to find yourself.
Right. And the danger there, which I think we were speaking about a while ago, if you are not healed in one area of your love life, it can mess up other areas of life as well.
Absolutely.
So even with family issues, family problems, you may think, oh, you're bitter against a member in your family. That bitterness is in your heart. And you take that bitter heart and try to fall in love with somebody out there, that's a mess.
Yes.
So your heart needs to be, and this is, again, I'm speaking to those of us who may have been bruised and decided we're going to fall in love with somebody again, having not been healed. I guarantee you that person coming in your life is getting bitterish love because you're not healed.
And piggyback on what Jackie says too. So maybe you knew someone, maybe you didn't have as much of a relationship with them, but you knew each other. Then you separated for some reason and you met them years later. In that span of time, you both gained different experiences.
Right. That's what I mentioned.
Together, it's only on a familiar basis. You're familiar with each other, but you really don't know what you both have encountered during the time when you were not together.
Let the church say,
now when you do come back, together, I'm just saying to people that yes, we may grow up in the same community, or yes, we met in some place of sorts.
Please don't talk my business.
And I am saying, but listen, I'm saying, because sometimes we think that, this is all divine. That we came back together. But that's not always so, because by then, if you start talking and you're realizing certain things that, again, in this clip we did, in the video we did, we're talking about how things need to be aligned. So when you come back together and you're seeing things, and again, we feel that we can change people, help people along. You don't want to do that, because by then the values not lining up, all this and that, and you go and actually join together
based on familiarity.
Then,
not know.
That's not a good recipe.
No,
you have to vet properly. So even in our platonic friendships, relationships,
we're learning values.
Yes,
we're learning, and as we are merging from platonic into becoming now real friends, friendship developing, we are still looking at each other, assessing each other, Because if we're not doing that and simply saying, oh, well, he made me good friend for a long time, that is not enough.
No,
And we don't like to
no.
look in ourselves and say, am I kind of on the right path here?
Mm-hmm.
Because
And some love is best abandoned.
in this world here today, you know, and we're wrapping up, but it's all about love. In this world today, we feel like we're at the supermarket. So if a hurricane is coming, we need to just snatch everything off the shelf. Because if we don't snatch the items off the shelf,
we
then
not
we
gonna get
feel
none.
like maybe the supermarket now go open back.
It's all right.
Anybody here been snatched?
You can't shut thingy.
Were you snatched and put in the wrong bag?
There you go.
Oh Lord.
Oh gosh. Now that some love is best abandoned.
Yes.
Leave it alone. Make it stay over there, so with all its chaos, like you take up some, you just grab up some little troublemaking animal and put it in a one bag, and you put it over there, so you just see the bag going like this. Leave it over there, so
yeah. So that's but we hope that our audience, they're understanding that we've tried to dissect this morning the myriad of areas where you find love, the kinds of love. And it's love does not mean, oh, me need to run, go hurry up, get somebody in my life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because we pay the price. Bad relationship, we pay a price for it.
Yeah.
It may be free. Love is free, but we still pay.
It's still come at a cost. There's still a cost
free,
to it.
and you end up in divorce court. I have to pay for lawyer, divorce lawyer, whatever the cost of that.
When the cost comes in.
You know, love can be, as I say, free. You know, you used to get free milk powder at school. But boy, I can run your belly. Love can really hurt.
So we're wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen. But Lorna says, wrestling with lustful desire separates the feeling of God's presence. So after a while, God's presence means more than entertaining lustful things, and God will show up. Many refer to me as being rich, but I'm blessed by God, and no way by my own doing. God provides wisdom to obtain everything needed.
Amen.
Thank you, Lorna. She also says, I do believe beauty is personal, since it's many couples where it's why he or she's with a person and that person is their everything. Okay. Sister Morrison, because Adam sinned, so sin and death passeth upon all of us, even though we were not there. See, we have pay a price for what them do.
Aye.
Right. But unconditional. Love is unconditional, not just for lovers.
Everybody
and
needs
that's
love.
what we're reminding you today, that everyone needs love.
All you need is love.
Right? Do you know, and I think we were alluding to that even the most vicious and vile person, because of what they do.
Yeah.
If you find them in a place where either they had a very close bond with their mother, and their mother passes, at that funeral you see somebody else,
Yeah.
a broken person, who somebody has to comfort.
Right.
They weep, they wail. Or they may be sitting in a movie theater and there is a movie that moves them to the core and causes them to weep. All of us needs love. We need support. We need to be able to bond with people
And the
right right love at the right time.
Yeah.
So we are closing. If it's in your family and you need that bond, make the move. If it's with a close friend, make the move. Jackie shared about something that disrupted a friend, and she's working her way through how to deal with that. If it's anything that you have ever said, because sometimes we're looking to people to come and say, oh, I'm so sorry. But if we have caused an offense, and to bring that love back, we have to do our part as well.
And gotta make the first. Nobody wants to make the first move sometimes. So
First move. So love hard, love right, love with God, love with purpose, be intentional, make it a part of your mandate to love, and you'll be the better for it.
Yep.
And don't be selfish. Take selfishness out of love. Take yourself.
Co-producer, you have a last word, sir?
Well, all the love verse that said, love is not selfish. Love keeps no record of wrong. Love is never easily provoked. It's the Bible's verse on love, and we have to practice that in just about everything we do. If you keep records of wrong, guys, it's to affect your ability to truly love.
Yep, and that's what causes the demise of a lot of relationships, because you have somebody who will say, I'll forgive and forget. Another person just keep a checklist and say, remember that I met me now, such and such and such. The record of wrongs is something that, it's a big hindrance to some relationships.
Yeah. And Jackie, your final comment?
Just don't be selfish. Take selfishness out of this love thing, because that means you're only going to be focused on you. And you're not going to be open. I've been single for quite a while now, but I'm open to love because I love love. It's a great feeling when you really have that true love around you. It's a great feeling, and I love the feeling of it. I love the romantic part of it, and I love friendships on the other side. I love friendships. I am very choosy when it comes on to who I call friends, and I keep friends. I don't lose friends. So that's why when one leaves, it bothers me, or I think or saying, maybe that's one I should have severed. Or is it worth bringing it back?
Yes.
So those thoughts are still going through my head with that situation that I told you about, Lady D. So, you just cannot put your arms around how big love is. It's just not something that you can just bypass. It's going to come across you, no matter how tough you are. It's going to come across you.
Yeah.
And it's going to be expressed in whatever way it comes across, whatever way you were nurtured to express it.
Thank you. Ralphie?
Love, as we in this season of Valentine's, and it's about this that a love holiday, love is very wide and deep. And according to the scriptures, you got to live the scriptures. Love endure all things.
All things. Amen.
All right, let me continue on the endurance part. I'm going to read something. Love is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It is more than a feeling. It is a choice, a commitment, and most of all, it's an action, right? And true love is not just butterflies and warm emotions. It is patience when it's hard. It is forgiveness when pride wants to win. It is staying when walking away would be easier. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient and kind, not easily angered. We said that. Keep no record of wrongs. Love grows when it is nurtured through communication, prayer, respect, and small, consistent acts of kindness. And love, the more love you give, the more capacity your heart develops to hold it.
Amen. Love that.
Wonderful.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
I'd like to thank you all for such empowering words today, and your conversational pieces pulled the production today together. Thank you very much. Ralphie, you joined us. We appreciate it.
Mr. Loverman.
We miss Maxie. If Maxie were here, but she's not here with us today. But I'm sure
Yeah.
she'll go back and watch. And Jax, thank you so much. To our audience, we thank you, and we're trying to do so much more with this platform. I just posted the link for the full video that we did a few days ago about real talk, marriage, the conversation that we should have. And the link is in there. That actual video is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So on Thursday, this past Thursday, we featured just snippets from it during the radio broadcast. But we invite you to go take a look. If you'd like to share it with somebody, because we share just from
the heart.
From the heart.
Yeah.
I don't know better. But thank you. We're hoping that everybody will have a fantastic universal Valentine's Day today.
And remember, guys, if you can't give roses and wine, you can give a Shirley biscuit or a mango.
That's I told Shirley.
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Lorna is the last. Yeah, but with a husband, I deal with stuff, but not from a boyfriend. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lorna. But thanks to everyone who joined us. And please don't forget, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, remember there's no cost to it. We invite you to just subscribe. When you tap on the bell, then you will see where the bell is. When you tap it, you'll see all, which means you'll get all our production when we put them out.
And it's good, man. Good.
So we're
Good-
looking
good
forward
things
to
are
being
going.
back next week, so y'all can come tell us if anything new pop out over the weekend.
All right.
Would love
All
to hear
right.
that. Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers. We do have our cups,
Your
all courtesy
cups.
of
We
our
have
girl
some different cups.
Currency.
Ralph, me, you know, have no cup like what they
Oh,
have.
No, me and him have cups. This is
Oh.
yours. This is my
No, I mean the cups that you guys have.
No.
Oh, I know. We're gonna work you in.
Them
Don't
are
worry.
special. This special.
All right.
Yes.
I'm not getting into that love fest over there. I just use my regular cup.
But thanks to everyone for being here with us this morning. We appreciate you. Enjoy your Valentine's weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough love. Blessings, everybody.
Blessings.
We're out.
Bye-bye, all.
We are Congoron.
Me a come go down.
Where you are going, Dwan?
We are going, so now.
Yeah.
But turn it up.
TMI.
Ralph, you and I have to get together on that discussion, okay?
Yes, sir. More love is said.
Yeah, man.
All right.
We are going round now.
Have a great day, guys. Happy
Blessings,
Valentine's.
Bye.
Woohoo, family, listen up. Valentine's Day are come, and Satideh Mawnin Runnings, where culture meets conversation, is turning up the love in a big way. This Saturday, February 14 at 10 a.m., we're celebrating love in all its forms. Not just couples, everybody. Family love, friend love, community love, self-love, and the powerful, unstoppable love of God that keeps we grounded. Because hear me now, love is not just romance. Love is the village. Love is support. Love is kindness. Love is you showing up for somebody else. So tune in, log on, and bring the whole crew. We're spreading love across the screens. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube. Let's run this love movement together. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women, Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m., it's Satideh Mawnin Runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Mawnin Runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive. Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Satideh Mawnin Runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D.